Hello, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. These are the views that you would expect quite easily to see if you come on holiday in Tenerife. If you're riding on the island, be prepared for really nice, smooth, twisty roads. There's loads of them, and we're quite traffic free. And spectacular views, really. If you can, and if you're on an adventure bike, trial bike, anything off road, there's trials that you can go on, dirt tracks, explore. Two ninjas there, or a Z900. Oh, someone's coming up. They're excited. They're on holiday, living the best life. And as you can see, I'm just going to show you some of the views. And this was just a few places that I stopped, just drinking the views, really. But the other thing I want to address is, what is motorcycling? What is motorcycling to people and for people that want to get into it? And basically, it is a form of freedom, and freedom comes through choice. And I've always ridden motorbikes, always, and I always will do. And I've always owned a motorcycle in my life, always. It's not a problem, and it's always something that's been accessible for me. Not because I'm lucky, it's because it's good value, and you don't. I never saw it as a lifestyle choice. I saw it as I enjoyed riding motorbikes for the way that it made me feel, and I love mechanical things. But I also really, really enjoyed the exploration and that level of freedom. Now, my argument with motorcycling and what the perception of it's being sold to you today. Now, bearing in mind, I ended up getting my license in the 90s, and I came through the early 90s, probably, a great time for motorcycling, where the evolution and technology were coming forward so fast with build quality, reliability. Also, but I owned stuff in the 90s when I first started, from the 80s, and an NSR 125, which was on a G, I think it was a G reg, so it was a late. I've had F reg, which were 88s, GSXR 400s, FZR 400s, FZR 250, some of these little Jap imports. These are the views, guys, that you'll see. Sorry to break there. The views that you'll see if you come here in spectacular. You see the trans out there. But anyway, just to basically say to you and to show, you don't need to spend a lot of money to get this experience. If you're coming out to Tenerife and you fly out, hire a bike. Definitely hire a motorbike. It won't cost you that much money. Bring your full license with you. Bring your helmet. Bring some safety gear. I would bring your safety gear with you. Bring some good gloves. And you will drink in these views. And they're so accessible and so easy. And it won't cost you a lot of money. Now, I want to address Freddie Dobbs and TMF, which are both big UK vloggers, and I think that it's shocking, the perception that they're giving. I'll start with Freddie Dobbs. Freddie Dobbs, I think, is a really, really nice guy. Obviously, his missus or his wife or his partner never comes on camera, but I think they're very nice people, don't get me wrong, so I'm not addressing that. But what the part is I'm addressing is the constant, the constantly showing you that these locations that they're going to, but it's the misconception of what has to be done. So it's a lifestyle choice, oh, we have to go for a coffee, oh, Starbucks, oh, this. Like, motorcycling was never about going to Starbucks or it might be about going to your local bar on a night to meet up with mates, but it was never about just sitting there and posing and letting people look at you. It was about meeting up with like-minded people, shooting the shit. Everyone look at what bikes they've got. Everyone would ask and share information, but it was never about just going to Starbucks for a coffee and a vegan dinner, or these and self-promotion of other places. It's just bullshit, I think. Now, TMF, the vlogger, I think is completely out of touch with reality. and Freddie Dobbs is now doing this as well, and they are reviewing Harley Davidsons and motorbikes that are all around about £15,000 upwards, and I think that's bullshit, to be honest. I think it's absolute bollocks. I don't think that's going to get anyone into motorcycling. I don't think that that actually even says that there's a lot of freedom, because obviously you've got your finance payments. You know, there's not freedom of being in debt, is there? If you can go out and spend €3,000, £3,000, own a motorcycle outright that you own, that's the idea of freedom for me. And you maintain that, you learn to maintain it yourself. So I am lucky where I am. I've got beautiful views, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's a great place to have a motorcycle, to cycle, to walk, and be outdoors, because the weather's great all year round. So I am a lucky person, don't get me wrong. But it wasn't just luck that got me here. It was about motivation. So these views are for everyone, and motorcycling is for everyone. Don't lose that. And I will be making more videos to emphasize that and showing you where I can go, what I can do with a very cheap, cheap bike, as in cheap to purchase, to bring some sense of reality back to motorcycling, not this image lifestyle vlogging by these hipsters or, affluent people that've got nothing else to do. So I will stand up against it, and I might start looking to different channels, because I've taken the piss a bit. The name that I've picked, I might change later, but it is a bit of a stab again at the more extreme side of the vlogging world. Itchy Boots. I mean, I think there's a complete con, marketed rubbish, and I think that person is not honest the way that they put the videos together, and the amount of money they're making from it. It's not jealousy. It's just absolutely. I think it's hypocrisy when you stage something like this. But guys, we'll get onto that later. Like, subscribe, and I will see you hopefully in the next one.